I'm clicking start stream. I'm not clicking that we're going to do anything yet. D&D. Gonna blow my audience's ears out. Because fucking BS with Spotify. And the fact that when I was at church this morning using Spotify, I had to set it to 100% volume. Hello, everybody. How are we all doing? Welcome back to D&D. It has been a while, to say the least. How long has it been? A month and a bit? 2 months? 2 months? 2 months of no D&D with you guys. Don't be saying sorry. I was also to blame, so shush. I had a... Yeah, your DM decided that they wanted to go on a getaway with friends and ended up losing a lot of time. But hey ho, it is what it is. But yeah, welcome back to the world of Lysandria. You will notice that since the last one, and now we are missing 2 players. Nora and Thromir have unfortunately had life get in the way. So they will no longer be joining us. So, what we are currently doing is we are going to carry on the story, resolve what's going on. You'll see a little bit of a retcon that's dealt at the start tonight, and we're going to retcon Thromir as being away, or making his absence known before heading back to actually get Veli, who was absent the last time we played. So Veli, it's been even longer, dude. We feel sorry.
It's fine. Stuff happens.
So, I guess to start off with, has everyone actually got hydration and dice? The 2 most important things for this.
Well, dice, yes. Hydration, I'm going to say yes.
I've got my pocket kit. I've got my 3 travel ones. If I need more dice, my DM kit's downstairs. I can go grab that if you like.
No, I think you'll be fine.
I use digital.
Yeah, I mean, I'll use digital. I haven't got any hydration with me.
That's fair. I think I'm the one who needs the hydration most anyway, so it's fine. So yeah. Last we left off, our intrepid adventurers were split up slightly. We had Nora and Veli, who were sleeping in at the inn. They had a later get up in the morning, whilst at the same time Jaden, Thromir, Lewis and Rukar went off to see the mayor. Well, 2 of you did. 2 of you had other nefarious tasks to undertake, such as breaking into the vault.
I didn't know it was a vault.
Or, breaking into their treasury, but
I've not broken anything.
Fine, infiltrated.
There you go.
Yeah,
I can go with that.
So,
also, excuse me, our motives were not nefarious at all.
I
specified I don't want to pinch anything.
So the last thing we remember was down here. Someone walked through a door and found an armor. This armor glowing with arcane energy. Its eyes lit up, peering straight at where you are. Jaden, what do you do in this moment?
Finish typing the summary that's in session 3 now.
No.
Just hitting enter, yes.
So, what do you do in this situation as you face off against this armor?
Okay, so yes, I snuck in through the store, and for once, I'm not playing a caster, so I didn't know this thing was magically booby-trapped, did I?
No, you didn't.
As I recall, Jaden had seen this thing as the door swings open, froze. It hadn't moved.
Nope.
They stuck a toe across. It still hadn't moved. They put their entire foot inside, and then it started to move.
Yeah, basically you entered into the room and its eyes lit up and it looked towards you.
You specifically recall, because it's there in the sidebar in the foundry, reaching into a pocket and pulling out a fistful of items beforehand.
Yes. What did you pull out?
A few dozen ball bearings.
A few dozen, I think. Yeah. Okay, what do you do with your dozen ball bearings?
I'm going to scatter them just inside the door, close it, and then start moving them very quickly in the other direction.
Okay.
See if
So.
I can.
Feel free to do that and move yourself. I forgot to unpause the game.
There you go.
And you shut the door.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
How far can I creepy stealth run?
You can run 30 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30-ish.
Yeah, 30-ish. That works. Okay. While this is going on, Wukar, what do you do?
Well, I don't know what's going on. I just saw him go to the door, step partially in, quickly step back, close the door, and is headed this way.
Quickly.
So
Okay.
I'm going to move like halfway up the stairs.
Yeah.
So that I can kind of keep an eye on our two friends at the far end there. And when he gets to the bottom of the stairs, I'm going to go ahead and go to the top and get ready to close the door and put it back the way it was.
Okie
Mood music in the
dokie.
chat.
What you doing?
Mood music in the chat.
Oh God, Pink Panther.
Yeah, if I'm not going to get copyrighted, I would play it, but no, unfortunately, I don't want to. I really don't want to risk that at all because that is so well known. Okay, Lewis, disguised as Veli, you are in the middle of conversations with the mayor. The mayor and his assistant and guard, and two guards, offer you the reduced payment with a contract saying that if you return in a month's time, you can collect your next installment and so on. Thromir, during this time, you notice that he's a little bit distracted and he kind of turns away from the conversation before turning back to you and is like, please excuse me, I have something I must take care of. And he darts off back towards the inn. On his way, he bumps into you, Veli. And in his infinite wisdom is kind and generous. And just stops you gently and was like, I wouldn't go looking for Lewis. They're currently impersonating you.
Excuse me. No, that's not. No, I need to go sort this right away. Sorry, thank you, but yeah, I need to go see that. I have a reputation that needs to be upheld. Right, bye. And Billy is going to run. Wait. Where? Where is he impersonating me?
Mansion, the mansion, the
I
mansion.
am
Imagine. Right. Okay. Right. Thank you. See you later. Bye. Yeah, Belly. Belly's just gonna be like running like fuck.
Chariots of Fire theme plays in slow motion.
So, Veli, you, as you walk through the streets, you notice the standard queue leading up to the mansion's front gates, or front door, sorry. There you can see over on the raised platform, you see the mayor talking with someone. As you get
They look rather familiar.
closer and closer, you begin to recognize yourself, but with a few imperfections in the design. A small couple of strands of hair are out of place. Nothing major, but definitely not you. And
You made the effort.
the mayor's guards clock you, running past the line. The female to the right of the mayor draws her sword from its scabbard on her left hip, points it in your direction and says, "Stop."
Excuse me. What? He will stop and be like, right? Yes. Okay. What's the issue? Oh, well. Obviously, I know the issue, but that's what's going on.
Gentlemen,
Lewis. And Veli is looking at himself and just says, "Lewis."
Lewis is gonna just blink a little surprise.
Your twins.
Clear his throat. Yes, brother.
I like it.
Right.
I was
Normally
joking.
you don't. Normally you don't look like me. Do you forget the family name has quite a lot to hold?
Yes, which I believe that, well, showing my true self would help help give a little bit more sway instead of, hiding myself.
Right. Um. Apologies for the confusion, my dear fellows. Um. Lewis, if you could catch me up on your conversations, I'm ever so sorry that I slept in. Battles took a lot out of me last night.
Precisely, and that's why I figured I'd come here and show my true face, because, well, they didn't. They would not want to communicate if I had my disguise on. I can rest assured that. Anyways, so as I was just explaining to the mayor here, that we did not agree to the predicament of coming back on a monthly basis for our payment, or at least for the group's payment. If you recall the agreement that you agreed with him the other day.
Yes, I remember agreeing that the group would be paid.
As I try and find where my note is that says how much.
it would
Belly
be
doesn't even
session 1, I think.
There it is. There it is.
100
We were paid
total.
5 gold pieces, and 95 would be paid in installments of 5 gold pieces each month. Yeah, I wrote it down
Total.
somewhere.
But let's be honest, travel costs alone are going to probably cost more than that. And you know that. That is quite a He's now looking at the mayor. That is quite the unkind thing to do to people that have been trying to help your town. I offered to help out of the goodness of my heart, but now I am seeing that you are taking liberties, and that I will not have.
Liberties? No. Not liberties at all. This is just the way things are here. You see,
Why
our
didn't you
treasury
say
is...
so before?
You see, our treasury is small, and we must protect it, and the people here understand. They understand that installment is the best way to keep the town functioning. You see, if you pay your installments instead of one lump sum, there's less chance of you squandering the whole lot, which means people can buy food and keeps the trade in the community going.
Did you file the proper paperwork with the powers that protect this land?
Of course. What do you think I am? Some sort of scoundrel?
Well, it's just I know that in some circumstances, things like this come up as a spur of the moment sort of thing, and they often get by in certain areas, and people forget about things. Let's be honest, we all forget once in a while something.
That is true, but I have my trusty assistant here who, I will have you know, it definitely doesn't forget anything. Their job, pertains to knowing that stuff. Veli, what you notice as he's talking, his cheeks go slightly rosier, and he starts avoiding eye contact with you both. Preferring to like look into your chests rather than at your face.
Let's be frank here.
Do you have another name?
No, my name is Veli Nithrim, and that is my only name. When I say let's be frank, I mean let's be honest. You know what's going on here. It is quite evident that those creatures that were in that tower, in the mill, had made multiple attempts to be there. You knew what was going on. You still know what's going on. There are things you're not telling us. And I'll be quite honest. The people here seem to deserve much better leadership than you.
Well, if they deserve better leadership than me, they can vote on that. But for now, they have me, and that is it. Not to this moment. No, they've not showed any displeasure towards me, any distaste. Why would I even think about other people?
Maybe because they've
Because
not
they're
known
under
anything
your
different.
protection? I like how we both said something similar.
And they both got mixed up.
It's
Yes,
almost like
sorry.
your brothers.
I said, is it? Well, they don't really know any different, do they?
And Lewis said, but aren't they under your protection? So they should be your concern?
Well, if you put it that way, yes, but you see, most of these people, they can protect themselves. The people here are very strong and hardy, and yeah, they could protect themselves. It's fine. Plus, we have our own protection beyond just the guards.
Oh, and where's the legal paperwork for that?
Oh, that I unfortunately cannot share.
Can I make a history check? Because I know of a creature that does protect some lands, but I don't know if they protect this land.
Sure, make a history check. And what creature are you trying to see about connections with?
Oh, Veli's patron thing.
Oh, yeah.
History, where is that? Oh, this is one that I actually know.
Are you
that's a
sure about
9,
that? Are you sure about that?
I have a +5. I rolled a 4.
This definitely doesn't scream of your patron at all. Yeah, this doesn't scream anything of like your patrons, your gods, that sort of stuff.
No.
What's your passive history? That's the question.
Technically 15.
His
Technically
passive history
15.
would be technically 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know of a town that's rumored to have made deals with a fae for help with harvest and protection. The deal made centuries ago has become more of a legend than a reality. But but all legends have their roots in reality somewhere.
Yep. And Veli would know about that.
And that's what Veli would know.
Now, tell me, Mayor. You say you haven't heard much of the Nithrim family, but I'm now trying to remember my own notes. Do you remember the old history of Vilgir? The ancient, well, probably now ancient dragon that used to roam the coasts, and the family that made a deal with them to keep the lands safe. Now I know that's not the only story that is written or told. There are some who have made deals with devils. You know, we still see that in blood. There are some that have made deals with the gods and the divine. But there are also people that have made deals with tricksters and liars. And I think that's the worst kind. At least with a devil, you know the truth. You know that they are trying to screw you.
Sir, what is it you're insinuating? Are you insinuating that we have a deal with a trickster? A devil? A god? And I'm back.
Oh, you just fucking
You,
say all
you were gone that entire time?
No,
Fuck that.
no, I heard all of what you said. I tried to respond and it was like, yeah, nope.
Okay.
Okay. I'm so confused. Like, what? He went through and said all of this perfectly fine.
No, I know. I heard all your perfectly fine stuff. I think I lost you at the point of making a deal with a trickster is the worst. I don't know if that was the end or whether my Discord cut out. And
It got out a little bit, but that's pretty much the end.
okay.
I think I just added bits on because you weren't fully responding, and I was like, okay. I think I just openly challenged him and was like, so do you... Yeah, I think it was, do you want to explain more about your protectors by chance? kind of leaving it on the trickster thing and the deals with the Fae.
Um,
This is a bit of
they,
intimidation, I have a feeling, that if you want
yeah,
me to
go on,
roll.
roll intimidation.
Can I assist him in any way since I am literally looking like his twin brother?
He can have advantage.
Woohoo!
Okay. I don't expect this to go well, but I mean, like, if I'm literally trying to threaten something out of him, but I feel like I should roll. Oh, a 19!
19, oh nice. Because a
Oh,
19.
That 18 or that other 19?
Oh wow, wow.
Two 18s.
It's 2 18s.
Which 18 do you want? Do you want the left one or the right one? I'll give you two different. I'll give you two different responses, depending on which one you choose. No, I'm not doing that much fucking work. Hell no.
You could have lied and said that it was two different answers. So
I know. No, I know, but I'm not a dick. Okay, I'm kind. So, what was your question? Like, can he tell you about the deal he's got?
He was kind of pressuring him, saying like, I'm pretty sure you've got to deal with the Fae. Start talking.
It is no secret that we may have a deal. The townspeople understand and abide by it. The terms of which, unfortunately, are not to be shared. For mere speaking of them would break the deal.
Well, unfortunately, if you consider how the Fae act, you've just mentioned them. I know they do not. They take liberties.
I
Sorry,
have a
Lewis.
question. No, this is GM question.
Yeah, go.
Based off the fact that I know that it's some sort of fey creature,
Mm-hmm.
would I be able to do, say, an insight or history check or something to possibly narrow down the field as to which possible fey one it is?
Oh, so what you thinking, like, which court it's from, basically?
Yeah, which court it's from, or
Yeah.
yeah, actually that'd probably be the best thing of like which court it might be from.
Yeah, go for it.
Which one, insight or history?
Either.
I'm trying to judge.
Either. The DCs are dependent on which you do, but you can have the choice.
Well, I will then use insight as I'm basing it off of the mayor's response back to
Okay.
Veli's thing there. Normal roll.
Winter.
That's not bad.
Ooh. That's interesting. I'll keep that information secret for now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to blurt it out.
Yeah. You get the distinct feeling that this is a winter fae from what's being said. But
I got a phone call. One moment, sorry.
Go ahead. But along the same lines, as you get the feeling it's winter. There's a lot of summery tendencies in it, like a lot of summer court tendencies, which is weird. Like, it's, think of it like Trojan horsing kind of deal. The winter court's masquerading as a summer court. Faye. Because that's not scary as fuck.
I'm guessing by winter and summer, you're using the what's we call it, because my brain works differently.
Sealy and
Sealy and
Unseelie.
Unseelie. Yeah, Sealy Unseelie.
Okay.
Winter being Unseelie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get like the sense that Lewis gets the sense that it's a what's your passive insight? Yeah, with a 12, you get the sense that it's definitely winter, like a wintry. It seems summery, but it's off. But it's like there's certain things that just don't feel right to you about the way that the mayor's acting and stuff. And like the way he's answering questions and like dodging, and a lot of the time the summer Steely Fae, they don't withhold terms from, they don't ever withhold the people from telling the terms or like the deal, because it's more likely to bring people to make more deals with them. So the fact that it's being withheld just doesn't sit right. And that's what you
Yeah,
get.
the fact that you are, because I know Lewis isn't here at the moment. The fact that you are merely even acknowledging the fact that you have a deal, surely that is not going to gain any favor from your patron of the Fae.
It may not, but that
At least to my
is
knowledge.
that is between us, not you and them. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I do have all these people to see, and you are holding up the line.
Oh, I do mind. As I said, I'm not happy with how you're treating my friends.
Well,
Let's not make it a big problem.
he turns to his assistant and beckons her over, and he whispers into her ear. And you can't see what he whispers, but you can definitely see her response of 50 gold. Like, you can see her lips move as she like whispers back. And he turns back to you as she walks away. I can offer you 50 gold. That is all our treasury has, and doing so will unfortunately mean that everyone behind you doesn't get any payments. Would you be...
Check?
Can she what?
Can she roll a deception check? Speaking as someone who's had a peek in that fucking treasury.
I mean, I was going to insight.
Yeah, she can roll a deception. You guys can roll your insight.
She doesn't know, to be fair.
Oh no, she knows. She knows.
I don't know. That's why I'm rolling insight. I got a 7.
It's fine. She got a 1. She definitely knows there's more money, but you get the sense of as you're like, as she like approaches and walks away, you notice that the guards have a like closely watching her, like unreasonably so. Like, you think that someone on the inner circle wouldn't be treated like this, yet here she is.
I think... Oh, I will accept 50 gold for now.
Sorry about that. I'm finally back.
He's
That
fine.
was a rather important phone call because someone that I haven't seen in literal years is finally coming to town
Hey,
and visiting.
nice.
Is it Santa Claus?
No, it isn't.
To fill you in, basically, this is the pact is very Sealy Court, but the way that they can't talk is not very Sealy like. it gives you like a lot of unease about it, and you get the sense that this is kind of a Trojan horse pact. Unseelie masquerading as Seelie.
Okay.
Winter Court masquerading as Summer Court. The mayor's currently offered you 50 gold, but at the cost of him being able to see no more people for the rest of the day.
Okay.
And Veli has successfully incited the assistant who told the mayor that they've got 50 gold, and lied through her teeth about it.
I see. Okay.
With the guards giving her undue attention.
Okay. Well, what did Veli say that I wasn't able to catch up or catch from that, or has anyone said anything after he
So-
offered the 50 gold?
Veli has accepted the 50 gold.
Okay.
And that's as far as we got.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm not the one who said he's not going to take payment, as not accepting payment on behalf of the rest of us.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure you wish to take the 50 gold and deprive these people of their income? Are you really that heartless?
No, because I know that I'll be able to help them in the future. They may have to go without today, but I assure you that in the days to come, they will be better off.
Okay.
He's just staring daggers.
He goes to he beckons his assistant over again and whispers something in her ear. Again, you can't read his lips, but she walks back over and tosses a pouch over to you. Fine, there it is. Just be gone. Okay, don't want to. I need to start working out my debts to the people.
Very well.
Okay. You two move off, and at that point, we're going to pan back to Wukar and Jaden. So,
In the middle of the Pink Panther theme.
no. So, Wukar and Jaden. Jaden, you're starting to make your way away stealthily. I would like a stealth roll, please. As the two guards start to begin their walk back. Wukar, I also need a stealth roll from you, please.
That could have been better.
14.
I'm stationary.
You're stationary, but you're also trying to hide on a staircase where they might potentially see you as they're walking towards you.
All right.
Yeah, you're fine.
I told
Okay.
you, I'm stationary.
Yeah. Okay, Jaden, move. Wukar, move as much as you want.
That's about 30 foot. Or
Yeah.
how you count angles.
Counting as 5 if it's one in a row, but... Okay. Wukar, any movement?
I'm going to move up to the doorway
Okay.
and close one of the doors and set the bar across so that once Jukar, God, Jaden,
Don't
Yeah.
mention our bastard love child.
yes, once Jaden gets there, we can just slide it closed and we were never here.
Okay.
I mean, there's a fistful of ball bearings laying around, but sure, we're now here.
Okay. Make your movements. Okay. So you can make some movements if you would like, Jaden.
I'm standing ready with the ball bearings.
Where are you?
Yes.
Okay. Any movements?
What direction does it look like they're going to go next?
Roll me insight.
Towards you.
17. As they've been like coming across, they've been chatting, and one of them's been talking about sneaking some ale from one of the barrels. These two are a bit gruffer, and as they're walking, is like the one at the back's like, "I'll go get the tankards."
Are there
To the-
tankards laying around anywhere?
On the shelving unit to your left, there are
The
about
one I'm hiding
12.
behind.
The one you're hiding behind. You can see through to the other shelves. So they're like see-through shelves. So you can pick up from both
Yeah.
sides. There are 12 tankards at about waist level
On that one.
on this one.
Okay.
And the one on the back's like, I've got tankards. You go and start opening the barrel. So, you can make your movements.
1 second. As I open the damn inventory again, there we go. Yep, nope, didn't get the other thing.
5,
Duh.
6. He's not quite reached the tankard yet.
Oh no, I was going down over here.
That's fine. I know. You can make your movements if you would like to.
I'm gonna stick there for now. Crouching right down, just to be clear.
Okay, crouching right down. Roll me a stealth, but you can add a +2 to it. For the fact that you're staying still, so 19. Okay. What is this guy's perception?
I'd be astonished if the passive was that high.
He needs an 18 on the die.
119 coming up.
That's right. He didn't need an 18 on the die. He rolled a 17, so he needed a 15 on the die. He rolled a 14.
Plus 2.
Oh, 17 plus 2, yeah. So yeah, no, he needed a 17 on the die, and he rolled a 14, so he's fine. You're fine. He grabs a couple of tankards off, and then continues moving down.
Mm-hmm. Very carefully.
Okay. Okay,
They're
okay.
both looking at the barrel now.
They are both looking at the barrel. Make your movements.
Step away from the shelf.
Yep.
Just as far as
You
it lets.
you can dash as well if you want to double your movement.
How much less sneaky this?
You can get up to here. Okay. Any more movement, because these guys are just going to go and stand by the door again.
Uh-huh.
So, any movement? Are you yeeting yourself up the stairs?
More or less. I don't know what happened there with the diagonal, but okay. Whatever.
Okay.
Oh. And else, I take it.
Yep. Don't move your token yet.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I had headset on.
There we are. So, Wukar and Jaden, you leave the cellar and start making your way back round the front. In the meantime, Lewis and Veli, you also make your way off to the side. For reference, let me put you two exactly where you need to be on the map, because it's actually there. Yeah, you can go through the map.
Slow-mo moving through walls.
So that's exactly where you come out of the cellar. Lewis, as you walk past the edge of the house, the mansion, you look down the alleyway and you see Jaden and Wukar leaving the cellar.
You see Wukar and a stranger leaving the cellar.
Or, yeah, Wukar and a stranger, but you get the sense that it's
I
Jaden.
wonder who that stranger is with Wooka.
Counts.
Did we get the door closed and locked
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to essentially, when I notice them, just sort of point like away from the mansion, so that way, let's meet up somewhere a little bit away.
Uh-huh.
Head
And
that
then
way.
Lewis is going to travel with his currently twin brother, to go probably back to the tavern
Mm-hmm.
or someplace.
Cool.
That is the most sensible place.
Yeah.
So, you head back to tavern and walk through the doors.
My disguise finally fades.
Mm-hmm. As you walk through the doors, I've got to remember who the tavern keep was. I'm sure I can't remember if it was the
He's really an energetic person, wasn't it?
yeah.
Elandra.
Yep.
Yeah.
An elf named Elandra.
Yes. The Wheat Sheaf Inn. You head back to the Wheat Sheaf Inn. Elandra is doing the cleaning and she quickly puts down her bucket and cloth and runs over to you as you come in. It's like, hello, welcome back. Can I get you anything to drink? Is everything okay? You had a good time? Did you get everything sorted this morning? Yes, drinks.
That you asked. We're fine. I would like water. I don't know about Lewis here, or not Lewis, but Veli here. And the rest of it is to be determined.
I am fine for drink at the moment, thank you.
Very well. One water coming up. And are your friends coming back? I noticed that two of them left earlier. They left in quite a hurry, actually. I hope everything's okay with them.
I presume so, but I'm not going to hold my breath for it. Some sort of personal thing. Whatever Rangers go and do. I'm not entirely certain about it.
Well, they seemed okay when they're leaving. But yeah. So a water and nothing for you, sir. Okay. I will be right out. Please take a seat. I've cleaned over this side, and she points to the left-hand side of the tavern. Same table you sat at last time. Bit secluded. Has been recently cleaned. You can still see the table's a bit damp, but it's out of the way, and you're not really going to get noticed.
Okay.
As it sits in shadow, kind of thing. Whereabouts do you go sit? Do you go sit in your normal spot? Do you go sit in a different spot?
I would say in the, I guess, cleaner spot, since she did that for us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's just a personal thing. I don't know. Vela, you want to sit there? No.
I'll sit wherever. Doesn't matter.
All right, cool. We'll go sit in the clean area. That sounds so
Okay.
well to say.
You go and take your seat. And about 5 minutes later, just ample time to not be seen suspiciously arriving together. Wukar and Jaden walk through the door. As you walk through, you notice that Elandra is hurriedly walking over to Veli and Lewis. With a singular tankard in her hand, she places it on the table. As she's like walking over, she looks at you and is like, "I'll be in a minute." And her pace quickens even more. A little bit of water tipping over the top of the tankard as she kind of overly walks fast.
Oliver, take your time. We're in no rush.
Okay. And she didn't pay any attention to you. She's like, okay, and then just carries on. She places the tankard down and then rushes over to you two. It's like, hey, hello, welcome back to the Weechief Inn. Is there anything I can get for you? Anything to drink? Do you have a good morning? Everything gets sorted. You see your friends are over there. You've unfortunately two of your friends left in a hurry. Are they coming back?
Hands on her shoulders, just soothing, like we're quite all right. As I try and like swap places with her to get further into the room. Just, it's fine. Take a breath. We need to have a conversation with our friends, if you don't mind.
Very well. Would you like drinks, or is that okay?
We're quite all right, thank you.
Okay. I will stay out your way. I've got some cleaning in the back to do. And she like rushes out back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jaden would have grasped their necklace again and change back to their usual self and swap the jacket the right way around. Oh, for Valley's sake, it's kind of double lined. You swap it the inside out, and it looks like a completely different coat.
I'd guess it was something
At the
like
glance,
that.
at least. It's almost like they're a rogue. Anywho,
once everyone rejoins us at the table and we can have our wonderful discussion, Lewis is going to say, "So, Valley, you going to share what the wonderful mayor decided to share with us?"
yes, Shanton, do clue us in.
So, what do you mean about the fact that this entire town is under control of some kind of fey entity?
Among other things, yes.
I hate them.
Oh, and the town supposedly only had 50 gold available to pay us, and he's just going to throw the bag onto the table. I'm not opening that. I suggest no one else does.
Give me one moment. Yes, Shane's just gonna like snort amusedly, I guess. 20 gold, you say?
Well, 50.
50 gold, rather. Sorry. Yes, they have decidedly more than that in that basement. I couldn't get a firm head count. It's not every small town's mayor's basement that has an animated suit of armor in it. At least in my limited experience.
No, those are expensive.
I have heard that's the case, yes.
As the
They seem
angel.
to.
Oh, what was that?
I was just going to say that in addition to numerous chests, they seem to have a small hot tub's worth of gold coin laying around.
Hmm.
Not to mention the armor itself.
Well, when in doubt, the age-old saying of "follow the coin," you'll find out all the answers that you need. So, the other thing that I don't think Veli necessarily noticed is that the deal that they have with whatever Fae that they have here is not of the good kind.
No, I don't know a lot about the Fae. As much as I've read up about them in my studies as a child, I know very little.
There's more myth and rumor than there is actual hard facts in my experience. James is going to point to the coin on the table and just. You knew there was Fae involved, and you accepted this.
Well,
Well, I don't
there's a
know.
bit of an issue with that.
Hmm.
The mayor says that's from the Sealy court. Valley, did you notice what I noticed, or
As I say, the Fae are in. They were an interest, but I don't really understand them. I know they're tricksters. That's about it.
well, to answer the wonderful question, it seems like this is something from the Unseelie court trying to portray themselves as a Sealy court. B.
Jane would lean forward and interest a bit of that, but then wave it off and just, okay, interesting. Certainly something to get back to. However, Sealy, Unseelie, Winter Phase, Spring, middle of June, doesn't really matter. Point again to the cash. There are several common threads when it comes to dealing with Fae, one of which is don't accept gifts. Looks pointedly at a bag of gold.
Except that wasn't a gift, that was payment.
Yes, you may have thought so. The Fae may have thought otherwise.
I don't think he was a Fae. I don't think that's how it works.
I
Did the
also
mayor
don't think
himself give you the gold?
that.
I can't remember.
Hey,
It might not
GM.
have been. I think it was the woman.
It
GM,
was.
was
It was the
Valley
assistant. It was the
Yeah.
assistant who threw it at you.
Jaden is full on thumb, middle finger rubbing bridge of nose right now. Much like myself has been since you accepted that.
Hey, Belly doesn't know. I might know a lot about the Fae because the Fae are literally one of my most favourite things to do in D&D. Belly
It's just
has
the common
no
bullshit
clue.
of the Fae.
And in my defense, my character's supposed to be defending against the extra player things.
Which are Fae.
Yeah, Faye is included with that, but I'm not up to date with all of their tips and tricks. Do you know how many other extra player things I have to keep track of too? But regardless, back to the scene, Lewis would essentially say, "No, Veli got that from the assistant, who tossed it at Veli."
Please tell me you didn't say thank you.
I didn't.
Express any kind of being in debt, even just conversationally.
I don't think I expressed any being in debt at all.
Okay. You didn't eat or drink anything.
No.
No.
Dance with anybody?
No.
No.
Trade clothes?
No.
No.
Okay.
Well, technically I did, but no.
Well,
With
you
the
took my
townsfolk.
fucking identity.
Listen, we've done it before when I've had to get some information.
Look, you two can deal with that later. Right now we might have bigger fish to fry.
And that is true.
No, obviously I know a lot more about dragons and how to deal with them. I'm not.
Okay. We'll give you a shout next time dragons come.
So other than
Whilst you're sorry,
Bickering, yes.
whilst you're sat here, who was it who spoke to the old couple?
That
Yes.
was me and me and our other,
think I might have.
I think it was our other tiefling.
I think I might have asked a couple
Yes.
of questions, but
Well, you distinctly remember them saying that the mayor has become more greedy, firing the local guard and replacing them with mercenaries.
over the last 3
Yeah,
months.
I do have that in my. I do have that actually in my notes, by the way.
Hmm.
Well, the other thing about this is the fact when it comes to the phase that this has probably been a new thing, or there's been a recent development of it. As there was an elderly couple that came in here just before we all had a wonderful chit chat over there with the mayor and dealt with that stuff. And one of the two there made mention that the mayor fired all of his old guards and hired these new mercenaries about 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, if it is dealing with the Unseelie Court, it was probably dealt with or started up back then. The only
Right,
other thing that I. Oh,
this
sorry.
is recent. This is recent? The stories that I heard about towns, or at least the town like this, was hundreds of years ago.
And what town would this be?
Collective history check. All you roll it.
History.
Hey, 18.
As fitting my character
I
for not
can't
having
find
the list
it.
in.
We tried looking under H.
No, the damn skill thing.
Oh, there's all the skills in one single box under the card.
Yes, it's called attributes.
So,
I'm looking for skills.
taking the average of your results, you succeed.
Woo! I'm glad that the average succeeded because, oh, that 5.
That 5 was
That 5 really.
that 5 brings it very close to failing, but
So what do we do from our miniaturized mind melding of collective information?
you share your different stories about the town that made a deal with the Fae. And there's a few things that line up. It's definitely not a recent thing. There's definitely ties to a songbird that they were gifted. But none of you can recall ever seeing a songbird around the mayor's house.
That fucking harpy we slew doesn't count.
No, it definitely doesn't.
Was there anything bird-like in the vault when I was having a peek past the fucking massive suit of armor in my way?
So, say again, sorry.
Was there anything bird-like? I'm thinking statuettes or something.
No.
In the vault.
Rumors are that basically the bird is to never be caged, but must be protected. And that it's this bird's presence that grants fertility to the land and could be linked to why there's a bad harvest. There's also like a strong correlation to the pact isn't with the mayor, but instead with the mayor's office. It's one of those weird pacts where it's a pact that was designed to withstand the test of time, and even death cannot break this pact.
Fluffy, I don't know about you, but in my notes from last session, I do have it that the mayor took over from the last one not long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I've just got some film noir music coming on now, which
and
suits.
the final thing I'm going to give you is often thinking of other pacts that involve the, in air quotes, summer courts or Sealy courts. Often the person who breaks it suffers from greed.
Hmm.
Which might go some way to explaining the small fortune amassed in the basement. Did I say small? Sorry, I meant quite substantial looking fortune amassed in the basement.
I just thought I did it before leaving. He said that this gold that I take would affect affect the town. But I did turn around and say that it won't because we'll support them. So we definitely got to do something. If that's something to do with the Fae and this kind of pact.
I think I have an idea of what, or at least where, the songbird might be.
Do tell.
Well, if you recall,
There were some mines, weren't there?
yes, Elandra and the two elderly uh, people talked about a mine that was closed. The couple made mention that a few kids went missing in the mine, and
How
one
long ago
and
was
two
it
of them
closed?
were a niece and nephew of the two there.
How long ago was it closed?
They, I don't quite recall. I didn't record that because I thought that we were going to be meeting in 2 weeks. I was going to get a little bit of a refresher there. Uh, but Lewis goes on and says, that was supposedly why the mine was closed, is because a few kids went missing inside of it.
And not because they're keeping a songbird in there, maybe?
I'm thinking that exactly. It would make the perfect sense for why
Those
something would be
I've got
captured
notes.
and
Those
why.
kids were lost in their mine, quote, 2 days ago, so 3 now in character, I think.
Yep.
Uh,
But this was long after the mines were closed. I know.
Maybe the kids have seen too much and they're not allowed to be released. Either way, I think we owe it to go have a look.
at this mine, I concur.
Yes. Royden, Wukar, do you agree? We must be all unanimous in these decisions now.
I agree.
Are you sure? I can't see any harm at all in splitting the party.
Well, Jaden, where do you want to go to?
No, I'm just messing with
Oh,
you.
then I retract my statement.
I'm not entirely sold on the mines. Definitely not against it.
We
Well,
should
where
at
else
least
do you
go and
think
look for
the
the
songbird?
kids.
I would want to have a peek upstairs in the manor, but the mines seem the less hazardous route for now.
I understand you wanting to look into the mayor more. I also want to know more, but at the same time, we need to look at some leads that we've got, try and gather some evidence.
Oh, I'm agreeing. I'm saying mines for now. For
Yeah.
different reasons.
Well, Veli,
Yes.
how good are you at doing what I shouldn't be seeing?
Doing what you shouldn't be seeing.
Yes, partly why Jaden and Wuka went off and did what they did.
I mean,
We
look,
just went on a little pleasant underground stroll.
Veli will kind of underneath his shirt is his armor, and he'll kind of shake himself and be like, "Oh, not great." as it kind of chinks and clinks a little bit.
Jaden will just point towards the straps. You do know you can take that off, right?
I know, but it's kind of a thing that I like to keep. It's a memorabilia thing from home.
That's
Don't want to
sentimentality.
risk losing this.
Why? What are you thinking, Lewis?
Well, me and Wuka can go, or so long as I have someone with me to go take a look at the nearby forest, nearby crops, take a little investigation, try and see if we can find out more about, well, how the crops are doing, and maybe hint as to which seelie or unseelie court creatures has made a pact with this group. Maybe even digging and asking around a few questions towards some of the elderly members of the community. While another two go and try and take a look at what's at the mayor's place there, since, well,
Oh heavens, I'm saying we should investigate the mines before Mana, because if we get discovered in the Mana, then the gig will be up rather more dramatically than if we were rumbled at the mines.
Yes. I also feel, from what everyone has said, this could be the case of someone has broken the deal, mainly probably this mayor. If that has then cursed him to make him act like this may not be unseelie. This could be seelie, and the seelie court is punishing them for going back on a promise.
that, or it could be much like. What was that for?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. That, or like I suspect, it might be unseelie court masquerading, saying that the Seelie court is upset with them, and just pretending all of this. Speaking of
Jade,
which,
Jaden, do you want to roll above a 10?
Don't worry about it.
Is everything okay?
He's just rolling a d5 and then a d10,
yeah, I know.
but I'm not reading into it. Right. What do we think is going to be the best method of infiltrating these mines? Are we going to go in the night, or should we go now?
I say we
I
go
say-
now and we bring some sandwiches, some drinks, and all. Because isn't the Jeb getting rather lonely and hungry out there, don't you think?
I would say let's go now and go have a chat with the old person that's watching the area over there.
Exactly, Jeb.
Yep.
I said, totally not having just checked up on my damn notes.
Bring
It is
some
Jeb.
food for him. Yeah.
Very well, you lead the way.
So,
Oh, by the way, Landra.
yes. She comes like, her head like pops up from behind the bar comically. It's like, all you see is like a neck and a head from above the bar. She's like looking at you. Yes.
One, thank you for the hospitality and thank you for the drink.
Oh, you're welcome.
And could you make sure that our rooms are not disturbed while we go on low adventure?
I can certainly do that. I do ask though for a 5 gold retainer. That's all. Just 5 gold. It's fine. It's not big, but it. Oh, thank you.
And can we get a lunch made for 5 and a jug of some kind of mead or wine?
Wuka, we're going to be going out into the forest. I'm sure that we can find something out there.
I know. I'm thinking of our impending visit. It might be nice if we brought a meal that was prepared.
You mean the very thing Jay just suggested?
She's like, yes, give me 1 hour. I can make you sandwiches. I can make you a nice couple of bottles of something strong. I'll give you some extra bottles of water. And yeah, just give me 1 hour to get everything sorted. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful time wherever you're going. And yeah, 1 hour.
That all sounds delightful. And with that, Jaden is going to grab that massive bag of gold and wander upstairs to get the rest of their stuff together.
Jaden,
Yes.
you've held a bag of 50 gold before.
Mm-hmm.
Not regularly, but you've held it before.
Mm-hmm.
This feels heavier,
Mm-hmm.
but not in a good way.
Okay, I'm not going to get 2 paces, which does make the whole dramatic thing of having left one of the Taroka cards on the table a little less dramatic, but oh well.
Oh,
Although, ironically, it fucking fits.
please DM me what your Taroka card reading was.
Oh, no, I didn't get a reading. I just left a card, particularly this one, on the table.
Trader.
For Twitch chat, Kadoosh. Guess my bot just welcomed me to my own stream. Shush.
Yes, they're going to just heft the bag a little, then look between.
That's a download, by the way.
What do you mean?
Oh, this is
Download in the stream chat.
yeah. That's because
Oh.
it's WebP.
Oh, fucking. That thing nobody fucking asked for. Okay, thank you, Google. Jane's just going to look between Lewis and Valley and just. Is it just me, or does it feel heavier than 50 gold to you two?
I don't really know.
Lewis is just
No.
going to look over at Veli and say, "Really, you being of all royal blood and whatnot?"
Not used to handling small change, I expect. Nothing smaller than a 50 gold bar, I expect.
I didn't really ever get to handle the money. I was always... From birth, I've been kept separate from my family.
And the earthly walls of us mere mortals, of course.
No,
Come
in
along,
fact, quite
come
the
along, gents.
opposite.
And to answer your question, Jaden, I've probably held at most 20 gold and
Jaden's already heading for the staircase again.
and he's gone.
I've
They're
now
gone,
just realised...
but they're saying, come along, gentlemen.
Yeah, Veli's following. But also
gonna go
realising
up-
he has 60 gold.
I'm gonna go put on my armor.
So, Veli, when
Who's
you got given the bag of coin, you thought nothing of it. Like
No,
it,
probably would.
but now Jaden's mentioning it and thinking back to it, it definitely felt heavier than 50. But in like the weird sense of it felt weighted more than actually being 50 gold.
Yeah.
Anybody that pokes their head into Jane's room once they get upstairs is going to find Jaden taking a drawer out of the dresser or the nightstand or whatever, tipping it onto Veli's bed, whatever might be in it, then putting it back in and putting the bag of gold in there.
Cool. So you go upstairs, Wukar, you put on your armor, and you meet back downstairs.
Oh, no. Is anybody poking their head into that room?
I
Wait,
think
Veli
both
was
Lewis
following.
and Veli. Yeah, I think Veli and Lewis both followed you up.
Good. Jane's gonna look across you. Okay, gents, just be at the ready. Unless anybody stops them, they're going to open that bag of gold and upend it into the drawer, which is now empty of anything else.
Hold it.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be better to do that, say, outside of the town and not inside of a room in the middle of the town?
Possibly. But
You know, the same
do bear in
route that
mind,
we're going to be traveling through in about an hour.
Don't forget that Jaden's pronouns are fuck around and find out. We're about to find out.
there is that. There is also, do you believe that if this was some kind of trap on that scale for us, they would have handed it to us knowing full well there's a real possibility we would be opening this in the town?
Yeah, and what's the best way to silence off any sort of interlopers?
And take out a not insignificant part of human population in the process.
Exactly.
What benefit does that? What does that benefit them, rather?
They could spin whatever story that they want about it.
True.
So we open it on the mayor's porch.
Jaden's grinning at that idea, but they also look like they're about to go open it anyway.
I think we just open it.
Fine, but if it blows up or something worse comes out of it, don't say that I didn't warn you.
What was that? They open the
You
pouch.
did warn me.
Something worse definitely comes out of that bag.
If it's, I'm not sure if I've
It's
shown you this.
100.
If
It's a bag of 150 copper.
I have. Jiggle the tray around a bit.
Yep, it's all just
Then
copper.
Then I look up at Lewis, just like, I almost would have preferred a lock locker.
I'll
Why
be
couldn't it have
honest,
been
I didn't
silver?
expect the trickery of that. But at least we got some funds.
15 gold.
It's not even 15 gold. It's
You
one
said
and a
a-
half.
150. It's
150 silver. Sorry, 15
Oh, I thought you
silver.
said copper.
No,
You said
15, 150 copper, which is 15 silver, which is 1.5 gold.
Yep.
Okay. So I was off by a factor.
Yep. Could be worse. It could be Electrum.
Could be.
Oh god, Electrum doesn't exist.
God, please don't.
It's a nightmare.
Yep. Okay, and I'm just gonna select.
Just for that, I want to put Electrum in one place. Just only one place in the entire continent used Electrum.
Fuck you
Please
sideways when I
don't.
roughly
I
down the
already-
right.
I
And
already
with
won-
that, Jaden slams the drawer shut on the topic of currency for the time being, and then chews Lewis out because they've got their shit to get together.
So,
It does
Not
make
my
me
fault
feel
that you
better
take
about
forever
one
to get
thing.
yourself together.
Like, not everybody rolls out of bed looking this pretty, okay?
At least I don't have to worry about
Shoot.
being nice to the mayor anymore. Or the lady.
As a fun little ha to your statement of no one can roll out of bed looking this pretty. I'm going to use disguise self just to change my face to match yours, and so that's super pretty.
You realize Jaden was impersonating random human number 7 earlier, right?
I understand that, but I'm currently looking at you as you currently are. Are you not?
Just gonna
I'm
leave it.
confused.
you dropped your
The
disguise.
The cheekbones are just leagues off of where they need to be, my friend. And with that, they shoot you out the room.
Look, let's just get to the mine and stop. Like, we have a thing to focus on.
With
now.
a grin. They shoot you out with a grin, I should stress.
Lewis
So-
is just going to chuckle and stop the spell and head back downstairs.
Cool.
Like Veli said on the way up, Jaden's pronouns are fuck around, find out. I'm just amused by this.
Bareful. So, you guys are getting ready. It takes you around about an hour.
Oh, how coincidental.
I know.
Sounds like you planned it.
And you come downstairs. Lewis already downstairs has collected your pack-ups. you have been gifted 2 days of rations in forms of like sandwiches, dried meats and stuff from the back. Clearly Eldara knowing more about your situation than she let on earlier. Given
So we were each given 2 days of rations?
you were each given 2 days of rations, and you was given an additional 2 days for the miner. I've forgotten his name. Even though
So
you guys know his name and I don't. Bad DM.
Jeb.
Jeb,
Jeb.
yes.
Jeb.
I will carry the rations for him as well as the 2 that I got.
Okay. So, yeah, you get your additional rations. And start heading on out of town. Now, it's about you guys when you was planning this, you was thinking like it's a day's travel to the mine.
Right.
Or sorry, about half a day's travel, sorry. It's
Okay.
more like a day and a half.
Okay.
Oh no, if only we had a couple of rangers and plenty of provisions to last us the trip.
I know, imagine that. The path that you travel is very unworn. It starts to become a bit overgrown, but you can still see it as it used to be an old track. There's no trees and hedges. They kind of line the path nicely the entire way up to the cave entrance. As you're going, you get about halfway and there's an old clearing with like a lot of like stones that have been like shaped into seats and benches and tables. Probably an old campsite that the miners used to sit at. You reach that on like the evening of your first night or first day's travel. In the distance, you can see the mountain, and in the moonlight, you see a small smokestack rising from what is probably about half a day's travel away. You bed down for the night, and unless there's anything you guys want to do conversation-wise for your day's travel and
Some stuff I'd like to ask questions, but before we do,
Evening.
can I investigate the campsite a little bit?
sure, roll me an investigation. 14. Okay. As with a 14, you find
Anyone-
some.
Anyone else poking around, or
Yeah, you know what? I'll also investigate as well. If you
Just-
don't mind, that is.
Yeah, go for it. This is the equivalent of you walk into a room in Baldur's Gate. What can you find?
Will I find, hopefully...
So, as you're like walking around, Jaden, you find an old chest. It's a bit beaten up. The wood's a
That's
bit
what I should-
rotted, but
specify? I'm mostly just trying to check that this is indeed something for the miners.
let me get there.
They have been mentioned.
Let me get
the
there.
things I'm looking for. Well, I'm sticking far over the Misty Mountain.
As you open up the chest, inside there is a like metal mining hat, with a like glass, like it's like a metal box that's got like a glass front on it. Inside there looks like this, like 2 prongs that could hold like a crystal of some sort.
This is separate to the helmet.
No, this is attached to the helmet. Think like a miner with a head torch.
Okay.
Mining hat with a head torch is what you just discovered. It's a bit rusted, but it's holding together mostly fine. It's basically like it's that thin layer of rust on the outside. It's missing the crystal. The door was left open on it, and there's like a thin layer of rust over the entire thing. It's not going to crumble. It's not got any like holes in it. It's kind of holding up rather nicely. Like the rust is actually protecting it. Next to that, there is like some, again, rusted metal like camping like tins for like cooking meals in and eating out of, and mess kits basically. And the final thing you find in there is the head of a pickaxe, but there's no handle attached. It's since rotted away.
Is the metal any decent?
Again, rusted, but again, the rust is protecting it from further corrosion.
I have to AFK real quick. Sorry about this impromptu thing.
There you go for that. I'll come back and do your go and do your investigation afterwards. Right, your conversations go.
I'm gonna go. I have the most questions for. I'm gonna go do some scrounging for food, berries, a rabbit, whatever.
Being a dragonborn, your abilities are more adept to hunting than foraging.
Oh, that's why I said a rabbit.
I'm
not hunting for anything in particular.
No. You go out and you don't go too far. You set a couple of traps, a couple of snare traps that you've been well trained to do. You do find a small handful of berries, blackberries and gooseberries, growing in a small wooded area, as well as some wild garlic.
I'll bring it all back.
The way you set up your snares is you've like set it up with the fact that what happens is like when it triggers, there's a rock that's going to drop into like a small puddle that you've made with like your water in like a little rock pool kind of thing, just so you've got like an alert to when it's been triggered. And about an hour into the evening, both snare traps trigger, and going out to them, you find you got one rabbit that's been snared in one, and the other one has been triggered, but it's only really gathered like all you see is like a tuft of fur. Looks like deer.
Normally have caught something like that.
You set traps of rabbits, and basically something much larger set off your trap.
Okay.
But yeah, you can go do your foraging. It takes you about, I would say, an hour and a half, 2 hours, to do your foraging trip. Veli, what are you doing?
I think Veli would mainly. I don't know. I think he'd just be sitting. Probably summon his Drake. Just start messing around with the Drake.
Okie dokie. Just having fun and goofing around. Got it.
Pretty much.
Cool. Jaden, what's your questions for the group? Go.
Questions for the group?
You had questions for the group, or questions in general?
I had questions for Lewis. I've got a couple of other things for other people. I'm struggling around what the fuck they are right now.
Ah, Lewis, the party glue has disappeared. Fuck. It's fine. We're
I know it's something to ask
ending.
Belly, but it's from fucking 3 months ago at this point.
Well, ask it. Fuck it. Why not?
I can't remember. The fuck it was.
Do you not write your own notes?
Not one of these offhand questions I've been asked that session and forgot to do by the end of it.
Maybe you should start writing them down. Ever considered?
Yeah.
Says the DM that entirely relies on the fact that I stream to do my notes. And the fact that if I don't even have the VOD anymore, I can just look back in the channels and take your notes.
When we bother to write them down, do you just want me to post a link to my goddamn running Google Docs notes?
No.
It's not that much less incoherent than the stuff I post on the server.
Yes, but by that statement, it's still less coherent. Anyway.
Hello.
Oh, you return. Oh, hallelujah, the party glue's arrived. Go, questions. Oh, no, wait, your investigation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, your investigation, as you are looking around the camp, you find a very similar thing to Jaden. You find a chest that's a bit beaten down, but inside that chest, as well as having a the helmet with the miner's helmet with the space for a crystal, the pickaxe head, you find a shovel head in there as well. Again, most of the wood on these is rotten and no use. They've been here a while. You also find the mess kit. But what you also find is a small object that's wrapped in cloth. It's wrapped in quite thick cloth as well.
Okay.
It's kind of buried at the bottom and in one of the corners of this chest.
I guess I'll pick it up and sort of unwrap the cloth from whatever this item is.
As you unwrap the cloth slowly, it's wrapped about 6 times round, this item. About the size of, I guess it fits nicely in the palm of your hand. And as you unravel it, this red cloth, this thick red cloth begins to slowly glow. And the more times you unravel it, the cloth glows even more. Before you fully reveal it, and this blue crystal sits in the palm of your hand, emitting a very, very soft blue light. A crystal that would fit neatly into the helmet.
Just lean over your shoulder and say, well, it's better than a canary.
Well, in that case, Lewis is going to try affixing the crystal onto the helmet that he found in the little chest there and seeing if it acts.
Yeah, go for it. So you open up the front glass window, and you place the crystal in on the bottom pedestal, and screw in the top so it's held in place. And as you close the door, this crystal's dim light shines out in a 20-foot cone from the front of this helmet.
Oh, neat.
You get the sense that it was definitely brighter at one point, but has since dimmed. But it's still giving you 20 feet of dim light.
All right.
For the purposes of this, this 20-foot cone, if you wear the helmet, is basically what you can see 20 feet in front of you. So if one of you doesn't have dark vision, you now have a way of seeing in the dark.
That's actually a good question. So once Lewis pieces this together and gets all situated, he then says, "Hey, Veli or Jaden, can either of you see in the dark?"
No.
Not terribly well,
Also, I don't.
but I operate
don't-
best in the dark.
Okay. What were you about to say, Veli?
Oh, our character. I think you are the only person with dark vision.
I thought Wuka can because he's Dragonborn.
Don't think
No,
Dragonborns get dark vision.
apparently not.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Only one of you has dark
That's the
vision.
only person that can see in the dark, and I found the one thing that provides light. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So
The
So
irony.
you wear it, because you can see. Then you point it at what needs lit up, and then the rest of us can see it too. Excuse me. Pardon me.
of which Lewis
Does
will.
it emit light?
20-foot cone, you said. Dim, but still.
20-foot dim light
Yeah.
cone.
To which
Which
I'm
is
just
enough
going to
that
ask,
we're not rolling at disadvantage, I believe.
Correct.
would anyone like to have a helmet that produces some dim light?
I don't really like helmet hair.
Well, I don't know how else you're going to affix the crystal to your forehead there.
Again, I function best in the dark. Better not be wearing it.
Wuka, you there?
I'm here. Well,
Alright,
I'll be
cool.
back.
I didn't know if you were paying attention to the
Oh yeah, I'm
forest
paying
critters or
attention.
not.
Yeah,
Well,
Will
you want a helmet?
Sparky wear it?
sure. If we can figure out how to get it around my horns.
So, you've
Well, I'm going to walk over and give it to place it on not place it on the ground, but I'm going to walk up between Wuka and Veli and say, "All right, well, one of you has to wear this since Jaden's not going to wear this."
Jane's
I'll wear
also
it.
going to close the other chest they dug up and kick it over. There's a spare one without the crystal in there.
All right, fine. Mine had crystal in it. Uh,
Oh
I'll
no,
wear
if we
it.
happen to come across another one, it could be handy to keep.
well, then you can carry that. Here you go, Wuka. And Lewis is going to hand you the helmet that provides a cone of 20 foot dim light.
Cool.
And then he's
Cool.
going to go back over to what he found and properly close it all up again and set off to where he found it. Since it's not his, he can't take it. And he doesn't have really any use for any of the things in there.
Okie dokie.
Pickaxe and some kits, yes.
Unless we want to suddenly start a mining business.
Well, you guys have loose ideas to settle down in this area, but that seems a bit far away yet.
Like I said, unless we all suddenly want to take up mining, I doubt it.
We've lost the dwarf. Let's not.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's what Lewis is going to do before he goes about to make up some sort of what could be classified as a camp for us.
Cool.
Jaden will certainly help out with that.
I.e., getting us a couple of sleeping spots, getting a little campfire started.
Cool.
Jade's gonna power.
Jaden's gonna fall asleep at his
Yeah, Jaden's going to fall
halfway
asleep.
through.
Yeah, jeez.
Jaden needs to up their goddamn ADHD meds if they're falling asleep on this shit.
So because now making me tired.
What was Jaden saying? Yes, Jaden will grab a string and some bells onto their backpack, because apparently I just fucking start with this shit, so yay. And just set it up across a few strategic looking choke points on the way into the clearing.
Sure. It's quite wide. This clearing. But you can definitely set it up so that where like one main route can be definitely covered.
I mean, I'm presuming that there's usually going to be trails of like deer tracks coming in and out of a place like this. If not, the actual main path the miners would have used at one point in the past.
Yeah, basically the way this clearing is like it's surrounded by like bushes on
Mm.
3 sides, and then the other side, basically the road goes like adjacent to it.
Alright.
So it's kind of like on the corner, like a lay-by kind of thing.
Alright. String it across there then.
Cool.
Just about ankle height.
Cool. You set up like an alarm system so you know like if someone enters who is
I'm
unwanted.
going to cast alarm.
That works too.
Yeah, that also works.
Only in a 5 foot area, but yes. Is it 5 foot?
20-foot cube.
Nice. Just do that. I'll lend you the bell for the material component though.
Cool.
Cool. You cast alarm. And you start getting ready to bed down for the night.
I will, however, ask Lewis that question that's just coming back to my brain now. Yes, hi, hello.
Hello, questions. Welcome back
Yes,
to the
we're going to ask
party.
you questions. I was going to ask Lewis what he was a paladin of, because he was mentioning it earlier in the tavern.
Well, as I told you, my order mainly goes about making sure that our plane of existence isn't invaded by others.
Others?
Yeah, the lower, upper, the Fae, those sort
The,
of things.
the lower creatures, the upper creatures, the in-betweeny, all-aroundy creatures.
Yeah, my order is, as you would say, the vanguard against the extraplanar beings.
Very lofty title you set yourself there.
Well, it's always nicely said. Although people tend to say other things being worse. They don't often at times like to view uh my order with quite the same kind of kindness as they would say another order. And on that regard, you being able to sneak around and do all sorts of stuff that I'm not necessarily supposed to be seeing. Where'd you pick
Yeah.
that up from? Just being a city rat or what?
I certainly learned a few tricks in my youth.
Like in a town, a village, city?
What would you call
Or
it
are
a
you just
city?
going to be. Oh, alright. Bit bigger than where I come from. But that's good to hear at least. So, city folk, a noble who renounces his nobleness, and look at where do you hail from?
And speaker
Um,
in towards Wukar.
my family has been mercenaries since before I was born, and so I have been traveling with my parents' mercenary group. They retired. I joined another group, and we got screwed by the um, noble that ran it when he made a deal and basically put us in a meat chopper. And out of the 20 of us, 3 walked away. I retired at that point, but I got bored. And then I ran into you guys.
As happens. I have been known to alleviate many boredoms over my time.
Yep.
Waggles eyebrows suggestively.
Hmm. Alright. Well, I grew up in a small town, so nothing too fancy there. Any anything in particular make anyone want to go do what they're currently doing, i.e., leading up to this?
I'd like to make some money. And doing some good and making money is a good thing.
Short and simple. That's nice. Jaden?
I have sorry, my brain's just pulling completely out of fucking blank now. My apologies. Fluffy.
That's
You
it's alright.
go pretend I said something witty about how to get Lewis talking and while my brain reboots. Sorry, I was multitasking badly.
Clearly. Alright. And Veli, you've talked plenty enough of how you don't like using your family's name, but you do use your family's name.
There's a complicated story about it, but yeah.
Well, we have 8 hours to fill a gap, or at least some hours to fill a gap while we all rest.
I make it 45 minutes at most.
Fine, I'll keep it short for you then. My family is indebted.
Sorry.
I am, as the firstborn of every generation, required to serve our patron and to keep the lands as safe as possible. It is my birthright to do this. As many noble families, the firstborn normally inherits everything. Me and my uncle, we are different. We are duty bound to try and keep the lands as safe as possible. When my uncle fell ill and became unable, I had to pull up the mantle quicker than normal.
Well, that's interesting.
That's why my uncle did used to use the Nithran name more, but I'm not sure about using it.
Well,
I understand. Yeah.
it's definitely better to at least have knowledge of a family instead of not knowing where you exactly came from.
Unfortunately, yes, me and my uncle, and I don't even think my father really knows the whole deal. We are the only ones that are meant to know.
Well, at least for a few times here, hope you don't mind if I take on your wonderful personality from time to time.
Be honest. It's not like many people outside of, well, we used to be more known from what I could remember from my uncle's stories, but my other screen keeps turning off. So every time I try and look over, it's turning off.
Yeah,
Technology.
I just glance over in the direction Veli's looking at the screen. What screen? Are you feeling alright, Veli?
Yeah, I'm just putting the other screen up, putting it up on the other screen, then I might be able to see it.
Imagine having more than one screen, damn.
Yeah.
I've got more than one screen. One of them's just being a bit of a butt at the moment.
Oh, I've
I
got
have
two. I've
one.
got the telly, I've got the laptop, I've got the phone.
I have
Still
one.
sound
I mean,
like
at
a
least you
tablet if I
guys,
wanted to.
at least you guys have that. I can't turn on anything other than the machine. Otherwise, I lose the screen.
Anyway,
Anyway, yes.
So, Jaden,
Hello, yes.
another quick question for you, but
How I got started on this path?
a little bit circling back to that. Yeah, it would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just going to say nothing?
No, I'm just going to grin obnoxiously until you ask the question.
But I asked it. Whatever. So what led you down to eventually being with us and
I
sharing this
have
wonderful night with it?
not dissimilar to Valley, I suppose, though drastically different. I answer to obligations of my own. Suffice it to say, I am not quite comfortable enough with you all to go into depth with them. However, I am comfortable enough saying that they the obligations often motivate me to travel widely and far.
Well,
This life seems suited to such a calling.
it does seem suited for some folks. Just seems odd that you would find company with the likes of me, at least.
Why not?
Well, considering that I try to uphold the law everywhere that I can.
So that makes things just that bit more interesting. Besides, have you ever seen me do anything amoral?
Technically, no.
Have I ever given you any impression to think I have done anything amoral?
Many a times.
Okay. Have I given you any impression to think I would actually do anything immoral? Joking around aside, I had no intentions of burglarizing our good mayor's basement. Were I to take
No,
anything, it would just be purely in terms of evidence.
no, but at the same time, I do know that certain extents can't be done by the law, and one must seek outside assistance for doing some
Mhm.
things.
Indeed.
Well, oh, by the way, Wuka,
Mhm.
old
Yes.
dragon thing there.
Yeah.
Have you come up with a name for it?
I think you mean Valley.
Yeah. I am a dragon. I don't have a dragon.
Oh,
Veli has the
I'm.
dragon.
Barely
I
has the dragon.
apologize. It's starting to get late here. Maybe I should be the first one to turn in.
Maybe you seem more like a night owl. So you seem more like a morning lark, rather.
I do seem to like the mornings at times. Anyways, Veli, did you come up with a name for the little dragon thing?
I still haven't. I'm
Well, you could always.
thinking about naming it after the actual patron dragon. Vilga, my family's patron.
Ugh.
Well, that sounds at least promising.
So where is everyone else from? I know that we've talked about why we're journeying, but where do you all hail from? I don't think that's something we've ever asked each other.
I meant to point out during all this, Jaden is just shuffling that deck of cards of theirs. Occasionally draw one, that seems to be on it.
Like I'll say that I come from River's End.
Let me look here.
Oh, ways north of where we are.
Well, yeah, quite a way north. Or I don't know, past the forest, and you're at my home.
Heavens forbid a ranger know the distance to a place.
Well, the ranger would, but the player doesn't.
Because the DM did a bit scale on the map.
The DM hasn't done the entire map for you. You only got part of it.
Yeah, so we don't
Yeah.
have skill for it.
Exactly.
I
Oh no, apparently
come
it
from
is
a
75 feet.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not. Yeah, no. You are
Arbitrary distance.
currently you are in the far northeast of the continent.
West.
Northwest,
Yeah,
sorry.
Well, it's a
I
U-shaped continent, which is a possibility, but going by the coastline.
yeah, you are northwest in the continent. You know that this mountain range doesn't really extend much further south
Mm-hmm.
than here, but it does stretch all the way up to the north. There are paths through the mountain range. Golden Fields often being the main transport hub for passing through the mountains. And once you get through the mountains, you can go a bit further north as well, which is roughly where Veli is from.
He said he's from River's End.
River's End. Oh wait, oh yeah, River's End.
That's west of Golden Fields, and I
Yeah.
believe we're just outside of Hazel Gulch now.
Yeah, you've literally gone south. So, distance. What is it?
Like, it's about 75 feet according to the map.
Yeah, no. Change feet for like miles or something.
Yeah, that works.
Let's
Oh,
see,
jeez,
about
that's a long way away.
60 miles. It's not 60 miles. Is not that far.
For walking, it is.
Well,
3
yeah,
days.
3 days.
Not counting through the woods
Yeah,
at all. But
We're at that tunnel over there in the mountains.
I'm guessing that
we're
this is
halfway there.
Well, but I mean that's where we're going.
Assuming
You
that's where
are. You're kind of around about here-ish right now.
Yay!
Yeah, so I was right. So
Anyway, if no one else wants to talk, I
About where we
might
came
settle
from?
down. Yeah, about.
Oh.
I know that some of you may not want to say or whatever. That's fine.
I
was
was just
just
I mentioned that I
interested.
come far from the east.
I also thought about say from the land down under there.
No, I think if they came from the land down out there, we'd gotta run and take cover.
Quick, grab a safety hat.
Hey, you have a safety
The
hat.
land down under often
I know.
refers to the Underdark, just so people know.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. That meme about white drow accents is just Australian. Because they're
Australian.
because they're criminals banished from a despotic empire. Like, ascending order towards galaxy brain tier because they're banished from a despotic empire.
Yeah.
Because they come from a place where all the creatures want to kill you, because they come from a land down under. Galaxy tier brain.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
Morning.
Yeah, morning comes, but before morning arrives, that is where we're going to end the session.
What?
I haven't got anything else planned from this point onwards because I've been flying by the seat of my pants this entire session because you didn't do the fucking combat. God damn it.
I warned you that my plan was to fucking disengage.
I
It's
know.
real simple.
You
I
were
warned you. Oh, I
you
don't know,
were
2
overly.
fucking months ago.
I know. I forgot. Shush.
I reminded you again. Fucking when Packer told me the other week, I was like, yeah, I've got plans. Most of them involve running.
Yes.
You think I paid attention to that?
I know you responded to that.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I paid attention to it. I responded. That's different. But yeah, that is where we're actually going to end the session. I hope anyone who's been watching has had a wonderful time. I hope you guys had a wonderful time playing as well. It has been absolutely amazing to finally get back into doing this.
And do it
As
again
a special treat, we're doing it again in a week. I know, and then we're back onto our bi-weekly schedule. So, This game should have been last Sunday, but life got in the way. So we're running today as an extra session. Next week, next Sunday, 8 p.m. UK, we continue with The Mine. Okay.
I can see.
My lovely players, you have approximately 30 seconds to say cheerio and to chat.
Take care,
Bye.
all. We'll see you in a week.
Cheerio.
Bye.
Oh, cheerio, Chip. No.
And with that, I'm going to get rid of you from put us on the ending scene. Guys, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to go do my outro and sort stuff out.
Or misbehave.
You'll misbehave. How dare you? Right, folks. Hopefully, I have that scene muted. Yay. Right. We are going to go and put some music on for a second. I'm going to go find someone to raid because Twitch things. So, yeah, that was D&D. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Aaron, I noticed you were in here. I noticed my players. Packer was in here as well. Who else was in here? Mauler. I hope you guys had fun. Aaron, yes, I am doing voices, or at least trying. I'm not good at them. I still feel really awkward doing them, but fuck it. Why not? Like, what's wrong with doing voices if it's just a bit of fun? So, who is in the Dungeons and Dragons category? Where are we in the list? We are there. Okay. I kind of want to go see if someone's doing prep. And we'll go raid someone doing prep. If anyone's got suggestions in chat, please put them in. If I don't find someone doing D&D, I will probably go and raid someone who's doing Minecraft mod development. If I can go to them. Or we'll go to someone playing Men of War 2 co-op. But just looking for someone doing some form of D&D prep. Also, I've been seeing a bunch of subclasses for a supernatural theme. I'm tempted to run it if I can find all of them or buy the source book. I'm gonna probably run those because that looks really, really interesting. I might run it as like a 2-shot or a 3-shot. But it does look like most of the people who are live right now are doing actual plays. Or have like massively more viewers than what I've got. So I don't feel comfortable raiding into those guys. So we'll probably... Do you know what? Yeah, we're going to go raid a guy called Waste Space. He's playing a game that launches on my birthday, apparently. He's a UK streamer. He streams on the American time zone, though, because he's insane. So we're going to go see Wasted. He is a member of a group of people who collaborate under the name Armco. Absolutely amazing Discord. I found most of my players through them as well. I believe the only person in my group currently who didn't come from Armco is Packer. So really, really good people over there. Highly recommend joining Discord and hanging out with them. They're playing Men of War. It's a new game. They've got early access to it. They're doing multiplayer. As I say, releases on Wednesday, which is my birthday. Speaking of my birthday, we're going to be doing stream on the day. I don't know if I'm going to do an evening stream. I'm more than likely not. I might do a Tuesday night into Wednesday, though. Late stream. Because we have D&D on Tuesday. So I might do D&D on Tuesday and then do some like games afterwards, probably War Thunder or World of Warships or something. But yeah, if you've enjoyed what you've seen and you want to hear more about what's going on in my life, I have a load of socials, Discord, TikTok. I need encouragement from you guys because I need to start posting more on socials and I don't. Please help me.